Hi guys, so this video is starting out a little bit different today. I've been using the Ordinary foundation, particularly the Ordinary Coverage Foundation, High Coverage, for a little bit of a while now. And I've been raving about it, and I had to try out the Serum foundation because a lot of people are saying that this is just as amazing. So I wanted to do a little video to kind of compare the two for you and just talk through them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you kind of like a little swatch on my makeup palette here. So I'm just going to put a pump of the Coverage foundation on the left here, and then I'm going to put a pump of the Serum foundation there on the right. And I just want to show you the consistency difference first. So straight away you can see, if I just tilt that, you can see here on the right hand side the Serum one is a lot more liquidy, which you would expect because the High Coverage is a little bit more like creamy, but I do love both of them. So I'm just going to tell you the shades that I've got in both. So this is the Coverage foundation, which I've got on the left here. So this is 1.1p, so it's a pink undertone. This is the very first one that I got, and I loved the shade match in this. I think this is kind of like my perfect shade. So when I went and got the Ordinary Serum foundation, I don't know why I ended up getting the 1.2N, which is the neutral, but again, in this one, it's like the perfect shade as well. So I wanted to go a little bit darker, just that it saved me bronzing up in the summer, because we all know that this summer your skin goes a bit darker. So I wanted to go just like a tiny bit darker. So straight away you can see how creamy this formula is, which is the High Coverage, and then the right hand side is the Serum. So I'm just going to do a little swatch on my arm for you. They are very similar in colour, like there's not a big difference at all, but I want you to see like the consistency when you pop on. So I'm just going to try and show you that to you. So this one here is the High Coverage. So this is the pinky undertone, but you can see straight away that's a lot kind of what I would call matte. It doesn't finish matte, I don't think. I think the coverage is just perfect. And then this is the Serum, which is a lot more liquidy. You can see when I rub that in, it just kind of, it feels like a water when you put it on. It's just so thin, but the coverage is amazing. So I just wanted to start this video off by just showing you the two swatches. And when you rub them in, you can see the difference. I am going to go and show you this on my face. I know the light is a little bit off at the moment. But I just wanted to compare them on the palette first for you, and then I'm going to switch over to my face now to show you the difference on the skin. Okay, so as you can see, I have got nothing on my face, like I'm completely bare. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick spray of the Superdrug Vitamin E Enriched Hydrating Mist, just to moisten my skin up, just so that I don't get that cakey finish. And then I'm just going to go in with my moisturiser. I'm putting this on first just so that you can see that I do let it settle. So the one that I'm using, my favourite, the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturiser, tiny little bit, just rubbing it into the face. And I just find when you pop that on top of a wet skin, it makes you even more hydrated, and it just feels so fresh. So I have obviously got a few blemishes, who doesn't, but this is going to be kind of testament to how the foundation tries out. And do excuse the hair because it's a little bit wild today. So I'm going to be using them with both similar types of brushes, but obviously I'm using separate brushes for each of them. So for the Serum foundation, I'm just going to use my Kiko brush. Again, it's like a similar kind of brush that I would always use, really. I don't know what this number is called, I'm really sorry. I do have people ask me about this brush, but it came in a set, so I don't know which one it is. And then the next one that I use is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I love this brush. It pushes product into the skin so well. And then I'm going to go in with my Wet Miracle Complexion Sponge from Real Techniques as well to pat it all into the skin. So now that that has settled, I'm going to go in with the High Coverage on my right side here, and then I'm going to do the Serum on my left side here. Other way around because it's on camera, but you know what I mean. So High Coverage is going in first. So I just pick it up on my brush. Bear with me, let me get my mirror. And I always start from the middle of my face and work out. And as you can see, it goes on really easily. It's not what would I say? It's not kind of cakey. I will warn you, when you do put this on, you can kind of see the little lines on your face. But that's why we go over it with the Miracle Complexion Sponge, or that's why I go over it. So because it is a high coverage foundation, that's gonna show up in any high coverage foundation. I've got some other ones here, like the Sephora 10-hour wear happens in that as well. I do just love it, like the finish. Even now, I'm looking at it in the mirror and I'm thinking, oh, I love this. And it's not one I always grab for, I don't know why, but since I've kind of done my setup in my beauty room now, I'm finding all my new loves again, so I'm really, really liking this one again. So you'll notice I am just doing half of my face, you can see that. Okay, so that is it on without any of the Real Techniques sponge pushing any of the product in. So you can see it's like a really nice glowy finish. It's covered up my blemishes here. It's covered up a lot of the redness here on my chin and around these blemishes here as well. Obviously you will need concealer if you have got blemishes. I'm not saying that this is like going to cover every imperfection on your face. It's not going to do that. I still need concealer as with any of my other foundations. But I just love that finish. It's just so smooth, and I feel like I've got nothing on my face. This is the thing I love about the Ordinary foundations, is whether you've got the high coverage one or the serum one, they feel super lightweight on the face. And that was one pump that I've used on one side of my face, so you probably will need the two for the full. Going in with the serum foundation now, obviously this is a lot more liquidy. You just saw in the clip before this. Again, doing exactly the same way, working from the middle of my face out. And you can see that coverage already. I love it when I put this foundation on, because you do just see the difference. This is what I would call a foundation which is your skin but better. Like, it's just so evening. You can barely see that you've got it on, but obviously with the coverage you know that you've got something on the face. Okay, let's make sure I go up to my ear, my jawline. Okay, so that is that on both sides. So that one, you would have noticed it's a lot more easier to blend in. That's just because it's a lot more liquidy. And with this one, you don't get the strokes, again, because it's not a high coverage foundation, whereas with a lot of other high coverage foundations, you do get the brush strokes because it's a thicker consistency. So I've got the high coverage here on my right, but your left. And I've got the serum foundation on my left, but your right. And obviously, as you can see, this side here, which is the serum foundation, it is a lot more glowy. It's a lot more kind of, I don't know, I would say skin-like, but like I said, both of them are skin-like. And then this one here is the high coverage. So this is what I would call like the matte version. So if you're more of a matte person, go for the high coverage, but it's still not completely matte. So don't expect it to completely mattify your face. The next thing that I'm going to do is just go in with a Real Technique sponge and just push all the product into the skin. And I'm going to do that on both sides. Switch it around to this side so that I don't take any product over. And there you go, that's it, pushed into the skin. I love these foundations. I don't know how many times I have to tell you guys that I absolutely love these. When you powder these down, if you want to powder them down, I don't always powder mine down. They still look this kind of glowy, so you're not going to get rid of all the glow. I'm just going to get a powder out quickly. I'm just going to powder them just so that you can see what I mean by it doesn't disappear completely. So I'm just going to take a big, what is this brush? I know it's a Real Techniques one, but the brush, I think it's just the powder brush. The name's just disappeared. So I'm just going to pick up some powder, tap the excess off, and just powder both sides down. But you'll see what I mean in a minute when I say you can powder it down, but it doesn't take away the glow. And I love that. This is what I love about these foundations. And I haven't actually mentioned this yet, but both of these foundations retail for, wait for it, £6. I think these are worth way more than £6. this is why I continue to buy them over and over and over, because I just think they are amazing. They've got similar finishes to some of the higher brands that I'm looking at on my little tray there, and they're just worth every single penny. Like, definitely try them if you want to try them. I guarantee you're not going to be disappointed. So I've just powdered that down. This is actually like my combination. I've got a Vichy Derma blend and the Bourjois rice powder, so it's got a little bit of like not a glow but a glisten in there. So you can still see I've powdered that down, but it hasn't disappeared, that like skin glow like look. Can you see that on my forehead? I'm like moving backwards and forwards so that you can see that, and again on this side here. So that is the comparison of the Ordinary foundations. Yep, I've got them on the right sides. So this is the high coverage on the right side and the serum on the left side. I hope this explains a little bit more about them. The consistencies is the big difference. They're like, you can see that when I showed you the palette, and I'll show you that now. So I have used like one pump for either side of my face, just with a little bit excess of the serum left over because it's a little bit liquidy. But I love them. Like, definitely give them a go. Like, if you want to try these, go and get them, go and try them. They've got a lot of colours as well that I think it will match a lot of skin tones. And like I said, because of the pink undertones and the neutral undertones, I think, if I'm right, I'll double check before I actually edit this video, that they've got a Y, which is a yellow undertone as well, which is what I love about these. They've got such a versatility of shades. They are amazing, and I do mention these to anyone that asks. What I will say is the high coverage foundation, this one here, goes amazing with, I've posted about it before and I've done a video, I will link it in somewhere in here below, my perfect face base, the Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face base, and the Ordinary high coverage foundation. These two as a combination, it's like a dream. Like, they are amazing. They are so good. So if you do have this, definitely try it with this, because I swear you will not be disappointed. So thanks so much for watching. It was a very short, quick video for you, but I just wanted to compare the two, and I will do a full face with the high coverage with my whole setup, my eyes, brows, everything, and then I will do a full face with my serum one as well, so that you can see the difference in the two. But like I said, I just love these foundations. So don't forget to go and follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. It would be very much appreciated. I hope you enjoyed.